I just want to offer a huge round of applause and congratulations to everybody that participated in the 2024 Chase Bank Glitch. But you also will be awarded with a nice federal felony. I don't know how people are going to talk themselves out of this and say it wasn't them because you legitimately deposited a check that was not good into your own bank account and then withdrew the money. So they already have all your information. They have your name, date of birth, social, your address, your work address. Maybe if you still have some of that money that you took out in this glitch, you should probably pay for a good attorney with that money. So for everyone that participated, you'll be getting some nice shiny bracelets in the near future. I just don't understand how people thought that they could get away with that and just, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me either. I mean, you literally walk into a bank and deposit a check. There's probably at least 10, 15 different cameras looking at you from each and every angle. It's really no way for you to explain this away. Like I said, it's gonna be time to pay the piper.
They asked me to explain the Chase Bank glitch, and I'm just like, this. Anyway, so basically, usually a bank only allows you to take out a certain amount of money after you deposit it, after you deposit a check into an account, because they need to make sure that the money is there for it to clear. So that's usually like 100, couple hundred, whatever, until the next day when they can guarantee that the check is good, and they'll put the money in your bank account. But what is happening is that people have found out that they can just put this crazy number on a check, deposit it into their bank account, keyword their own bank account, deposit it into their bank account, and they're able to pull that money out right away. And then they think that they're so smart and they're closing their bank accounts before the next day so that they don't have to worry about the bank, coming after them. But I don't think that they truly understand that your social security number is attached to your bank account. Your ID is attached to your bank account. They know your address. If you have direct deposit, they know where you work. Like, you're not going to get away with this. And like I said before in my other video, like, people, like, I truly don't get how y'all thought you was gonna get away with this, and I don't truly understand why you're doing it to your own bank account. Like, people used to do this shit to other people's bank accounts. Y'all not even slick enough to sit there and scam people no more. You're scamming yourself.
Like I said, make it make sense. I'm starting to think these Chase Bank glitch, PPP loans was all like a setup to purposely get people jammed up. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but it really seems like it. Because how did people discover this Chase Bank glitch to begin with? Like, how many people are really depositing $5, $10, $15, $20,000 checks into their account? Like I said, I'm starting to think the conspiracy theorist in me is thinking that this is a setup.
Chase has begun filing lawsuits against people that withdraw hundreds of thousands of dollars using a so-called infinity money glitch that went viral on social media. That's crazy. I know a lot of people was taking advantage of it because I seen on every social media platform that I was scrolling down. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, like they had it everywhere. What do y'all think about the people that did this glitch? Do y'all feel like they're like stupid, dumb, or they finna get what's coming to them? Y'all let me know what's down in the comments how y'all feel about this.
I mean, it's absolutely stupid. Like the young lady mentioned in the previous video, all your personal information is connected to this bank account. You're not getting away from this. So it's like you're literally throwing your life away, what, for 10, 15 grand? It makes no sense.
To work as a bank teller, I've seen a lot of fraud checks in my day. I've stopped a lot of fraud checks in my day. I've seen information floating around that the Chase Bank glitch was actually check kiting. And I've just been waiting for a moment to talk about this because check kiting is actually a different thing. When you run a check kite, so to speak, you open 4 different accounts at different financial institutions. You write a $100 check from one account to the other. Then you write a $200 check from that account to another one. And then you write a $300 check to another one. And then you write a $400 check from that one back to the first one. You run a kite, and all of these checks pay each other off. This type of check kiting is actually extremely hard for financial institutions to catch, and is honestly a much better fraud scheme than whatever the bitches are doing who are just committing check fraud. I do think it's interesting how it's shown the holes in our financial system, however. Like, I don't know what these people think writing bad checks is, but I don't know why they thought this was a glitch. Definitely don't do it. Although banks do take 7 to 10 business days for checks to actually clear, when you cash a check, especially if it's of a big size, it usually gets put on a hold to prevent this kind of thing from happening. However, when you deposit through an ATM, that won't happen as rigorously. When you deposit a check, the bank is essentially fronting you the money until they receive it from the other financial institution. So it's not going to come back bad for 7 to 10 days, but you're on the hook for the money. If someone sends you a check and you deposit it and spend the money and it was a bad check and you didn't know, you're still on the hook for the money. This is why I think it's really important that you don't believe everything you see on the internet. I once had this guy friend who was showing me this way that people were getting all kinds of money. Like, he was like, yeah, you just send them $700 and then you get thousands on this debit card. And I was like, he was like, look, there's all these people with all this money. And I'm like, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna send them your $700 and they're gonna go poof, gone. Fraud schemes aren't going anywhere, but there's no such thing as free money.
Well said. Like I said, there's no such thing as a free lunch, no such thing as free money. And I mean, like I said again, to throw your life away for $10, $15, $20,000 and screw up the potential to get future jobs, future loans, it just doesn't make sense. You're better off getting a 9-to-5.
Hey y'all, what's up? So this is an update on Pete's story. And trust me, once all the investigation and everything is done and when he's able to actually share the receipts, just know I'm a post up. For those of y'all that's not tuned in, long story short, it's a guy named Pete. Pete was affected by the Chase glitch. Long story short, Pete lent one of his friends $1,500 so the friend could pay the rent. The friend was supposed to pay him back in 2 weeks on a Monday. The friend ended up paying him back early on a Saturday and giving him an extra $500 for being a good friend. A week goes by, everything was good until it wasn't. One morning, Pete woke up to a negative in his account for the $2,000. He called his bank. They ended up telling him that the $2,000 that was sent to him was fraud. And he has to verify the funds in order to clear his balance. They restricted his access and they told him that he has to come to the bank. Came to the bank, he ended up showing the bank manager everything. Ended up showing him that his friend supposedly sent him the money. That Pete's bank agreed to bring his account back up to good standing if he pursued criminal charges or fraudulent charges against his friend. Long story short, he did. And now there's a warrant out for his arrest, right? Why the fuck did the friend get arrested this morning? And then gonna call Pete to bail him out. How the fuck you call me to bail you out when you in jail because of me? Mind you, Pete's friend didn't know that Pete was pursuing these charges, right? After Pete's friend admitted to him that yes, he did send him the money from the scam and the account he sent it from was from, I guess, a Chase account that had the funds in it, and that's why his account was for the negative, Pete cut him off. Pete blocked him on everything, pursued those criminal charges. So now, when a friend got arrested and he calls Pete, he's like, no, bro, my account was in the negative. I have no money. You know what you did. Now, Pete's friend admits on the fucking line, the police line, when you call to get that one call, he admitted, bro, that he's so sorry. He wish we had never did that to him, but he really need him, bro. Please come in clutch. If you don't have the money for yourself, I got the money somewhere at my house. So now Pete's like, oh, you got the money, the scam? The scam money in your house? He's like, yes, bro. Go to my crib. Go under my bed. It's there. It's under my mattress. But before Pete could say anything, guess what? The police made their way to Pete's house. And guess what they did? They went right under that mattress and took all of that money that Pete's friend was talking about. So I don't know if Pete is in the clear like 100%. They did get the friend admitting on the phone that he's sorry and that he didn't mean to do it and that if he could go back in time, he would never do it and he didn't mean to get him involved in none of this shit. And the police did find the money under the bed. So I don't know, but trust me, I will keep y'all updated. And long story short, this happened 2 weeks ago and people are already in jail. And I think Pete's friend only took like $45,000, he said. So if they doing that to people for $45,000, imagine the rest of y'all that did $1 million. Y'all going to prison for life. Trust me, y'all, when I get the update and Pete is able to talk about it for real, I already know I will bring the receipts.
So let me get this straight. This was supposed to be Pete's friend basically scanned him for $2,000. Wrote a bad check to his friend Pete for $2,000. You're gonna screw your friend over for $2,000, then Pete winds up telling the cops what happens. You get put in jail, and then you're gonna call Pete to bail you out after you already know you sent him a bad check from in the first place.
So let me tell y'all something. These people that put those things up about the Chase glitch, I need y'all to see this. The PPP loans, when they came out, I said, this is going to be a setup. This is going to be a setup because you got to put it in a mind frame and you got to think about the fact that there are a lot of things set up to incarcerate us, to, either keep us in poverty or either to lock us up, right? Plenty more things, but those things are top tier on the list. So when those who didn't do the PPP loan, then here comes the Chase glitch, right? So now you got all these thousands and thousands of people that are going to jail for Chase glitch. Combine the PPP loans and the Chase glitch, and you got a whole society of us, right? Because what do people do to broke people? They dangle money in front of your face. What happens when it's time for elections? They dangle free money in your face. They tell you what they're going to do because that's what's going to get our attention, right? When you're hungry, they feed you. When you have a need, they want to provide that solution. And our need seems to be, that we're always feeling like that we were behind the eight ball, needing equality, needing more. And so, yeah, I suggest, because me, I got caught up, right? Whether I think it's right or wrong, I've put it out there. And again, when it's time, I'm going to tell that. But it's always something behind it. That nobody's going to give you anything for free. They don't care about giving us anything. It's not about looking out for our best interest. It's always something behind it. So the next thing come this way, the ones that happen to have that freedom and not caught up in nothing yet, yeah, think twice before even bothering with it, because it is super clear to me that this all has been a setup. I just need you to think about it. Same thing with the shots, right? Who was the first ones all on TV? Take it, do this, do that, do that. Was that, had to take it, and if they didn't take it, they lost some of their retirement and all this type of thing. They say it's a lawsuit now going around that you can jump on and really get some money from that. So we just got to stop trusting everything that comes our way, right? And start thinking for ourselves. But that's just something I wanted to throw out there. All you see is people talking about going to jail for PPP and Chase. Those that's not talking about unemployment, that too. And yeah, everything that you think that you got away with. And like I was saying, when it comes to getting benefits, like when you wasn't supposed to, or all sorts of things, yeah, they looking to rack up. And to me, it was just all a setup.
And she touched on what I said in the original video. I believe, like I said, these Chase glitches, these PPP loans was all a setup to get people jammed up. They got tons of prisons that they private prisons that they built, and they need to be filled.
I want to hit that Chase place so bad right now, bro. I'm seeing people, my close friends, going up 20, 30K, running it up on Chase. I see somebody just hit 90K on Twitter, but I just know if I hit that play, God gonna use me to be the example. I just know he is. So let me just go ahead and praise him. I'm gonna stay out the way.
Smart man, stay out the way and get a 9 to 5, man. Earn it the right way.
Talk about that Chase glitch. So, two things been going on with Chase, from what I gather. One is if you have a Chase account and you have a card, you're trying to insert your card into the ATM, it's not working. So you're able to, like take your phone and mobile scan. So when you mobile scan, after you complete whatever it is you're doing at the ATM, the window doesn't close out. So if you don't go through all the prompts, somebody can come behind you and just, take money out your account. Why you wouldn't do it to the end, I don't know, but that's how some people been getting scammed. I've been seeing people saying people been putting glue into the card readers so your card don't go all the way in, and then it's gonna prompt you to use your phone, use your tap. That's one. The second one is basically like them approving loans up to like, I done seen 20K, 90K. I done seen a good amount of numbers, like just hearing it from like different social platforms, Twitter, whatever it may be. You might get through, but the thing is, that shit ain't like, the PPP loan where a lot of people got away with it. If you do that Chase shit and you get all that money and, you don't pay these people back or that shit shows, Chase will alert every other bank that you try to go to. And you may possibly never be able to get an account. You'll have to fucking keep your money in your pocket or under your mattress. So it's like, in the long run, for the scammers, run that shit up. But like for normal people, man, I wouldn't fuck with it. And, that's all the info I got on that Chase shit.
Exactly. It just doesn't make sense, like I said, to throw your life away for a 10, 20, 30,000, even $100,000. But more than likely, you're going to trick the money off on clothes, shoes, vacations, and in 6 months, you're going to be broke anyway. Screaming for a public defender.
She's trying to withdraw the 10,000.
But she hasn't withdrawn anything.
Our risk and compliance department blocked it.
Okay.
Because they saw the scheme.
So she's just here to withdraw. Mm-hmm. Money was deposited into her account this morning. She came here to withdraw it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. From another account internally.
Okay.
So he said I was detained, so...
You're not free to leave.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go nowhere, but I need to call my mama, because this...
We're not calling anybody up here?
We can't call her, so y'all can tell her that I'm probably finna go to jail, because...
Ma'am, I don't even know the story yet.
Okay.
I hadn't asked you anything. I hadn't talked to anybody. I've been standing here with you.
What I'm saying is, y'all killed my brother, so I really don't feel comfortable around y'all at all. So I'd rather call my mama so we can have this discussion, because I'm really like...
How old are you?
I'm grown.
Okay.
But I still don't feel comfortable around the police.
That's your right, and I can't take that away from you.
Right. So
had no problem running a play, wanted to scam. Now when you get jammed up, you're a grown woman and you want to call mama. Got the nerve to say, you scared of the police. Well, why not? Well, so if you're scared of the police and don't want to have any interaction with them, why would you commit a crime?
So that means...
I said, but me as an individual,
I understand.
I'm going to treat you with the utmost respect.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm very uncomfortable. It's 3 officers standing over me and
She's saying that she's got anxiety.
Y'all killed my brother. I told you that. And you're smiling about it, but it's not funny, sir. It's not. It's not fair. It's funny. It's funny to him. It's funny to him. I'm looking at him laugh. Every time I look at him, he's smiling.
It appears that you're trying to find something
I'm not trying to find nothing.
Engage me on. You're not going to get it.
I told you exactly what it was.
And I told you I give you
killed my brother. So with that being said...
Hey, Ms. Quintero, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I'm Officer Baldwin, and I would like to talk to you in reference to why I'm here, okay? But before I do that, I have to read you and afford you your rights, okay?
If I'm not detained while I'm on the red rights.
No, you are detained. That's the point. You're detained. That's why I'm reading you your rights. I told you you were detained. You're not under arrest, but you are detained. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No? What is it that you want to talk about, though, first?
PD 644 teletyping line.
You gonna give me a link so she can listen to you? And then...
Yeah, I didn't know what am I sending it to. Is it an email address? Is it a phone number?
Is it an email address? She's in our listing. How did he take my phone?
Because you're detained and I don't want you making any phone calls right
You have
now.
to take my phone.
I do.
I ain't gonna...
Your hands are in the front of you and I don't need you making any phone calls.
But that's my personal property.
I understand. That has been.
So, because in law it says that I have to accept you to search me or anything like that.
It's not being searched, ma'am.
I didn't ask nobody.
It's not being searched, ma'am.
It's my phone though.
It's not being searched.
That's just like your phone getting taken from you.
Okay, well, I'm not under a criminal investigation right now.
And I also have told this lady I didn't get no ATM withdrawals at all. So how is that I'm on investigation?
Okay.
And I'm...
Well, ma'am, hold up. You said you didn't want to talk after you read your Miranda, so I can't ask you any questions.
All right.
Okay?
You can close it up there.
I'm not. EMS is here to get you get checked out.
How are you?
I'm all right. She says she's having an anxiety attack because...
This man is standing over me.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll check your vitals, okay? Your blood pressure is a little elevated, but that's to be expected. You're under, emotional arrest.
I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad about is the fact that the police who kill young black innocent men.
So she's, like I said, she's in a bank trying to finesse and scam, and then she tries to flip it on the cops like it's their fault. This all simply could have been avoided if she got a 9 to 5. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think in the comments about this glitch, Chase Bank glitch, and the PPP loan. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.